Welcome to the Emiliano Zapata neighborhood. In this video, I'm going to show you a little bit more of these neighborhoods, the markets, the local eateries, the streets, the religion, and the forbidden about this neighborhood with the street food. This is an amazing video that I'll show you a little bit more of this Emiliano Zapata neighborhood. Well, I'm located in the Cuale River Highland here in Emiliano Zapata neighborhood. We're gonna start the walking around in this nice neighborhood, so you can see a lot of information: where to eat, where are the places, how um, long or what is the distance exactly to go to the beach here in Los Muertos, because Los Muertos is part of this neighborhood as well. So let's go. The location of this neighborhood is very important because it's part of the Zona Romantica, it's part of the heart of Puerto Vallarta, and is almost one of the last neighborhoods before to go to Mismaloya and to go to the south shore of Puerto Vallarta. Here we are in the Cuale River Island, and this is the headquarters of the Instituto Vallartense de la Cultura. It's part of the culture of the government here. You can find workshops like painting, music, all kind of art here. It's amazing, and it's for everybody. Doesn't matter if you are visitors, Americans, Canadians, or locals. This is amazing, and you can take these workshops here. And also, this area has a lot of donations from the large community of Americans or Canadians, and of course the locals. You can see the titles here that they can do a nice job here doing donations and helping to preserve this area, which is amazing. So you can have a nice picnic here, or just walking with the nature. Is very fresh here during the summertime. Here is a perfect spot, or during the rainy season, because it's so fresh here. So this is part of the Emiliano Zapata neighborhood. And what is an island? Because it's between the Cuale River. It's one side, and both sides is the river. And then if you follow the path of this island, you can go to the beach directly. Now I'm gonna take you on the streets of the Emiliano Zapata neighborhood. I'm not gonna take you yet to the part of the beach. I know that everybody wants to know about part of the beach, but I think it's important that you know that the another side of these neighborhoods. It's important that you know where are everything located here, and this is gonna help you to understand the streets, especially because almost all this neighborhood is cobblestone, which is worst for the cars. Even for walking or for pedestrians walking on the cobblestone street, it's kind of difficult. And as you can see, if you have problems to move, if you need wheelchairs, it can be sometimes a little bit difficult. Sometimes there is no ramps, or could be sometimes difficult if you need wheels, for moving. But there is a plenty of Airbnbs or little hotels, little restaurants. One advantage: this is one of the very first neighborhood here in Puerto Vallarta, in the old Vallarta. The locals we know here that you can have these tortillerias or tortillerias factory, which are the one of the best way to introduce you on the gastronomy of the Mexican gastronomy, of the Mexican food, or in here in Puerto Vallarta. So, and you can find this is one of the main street here. Um, You can find little cafes here. You can find little grocery stores and bars or even little restaurants here, which is amazing. And if you walk around this neighborhood, you can feel it like there is a lot of Americans or Canadians uh, around. It seems like there is more Americans or Canadians than locals living here. And it's because this neighborhood is very close to the beach. Right now, I think I'm around like 12 blocks away from the beach, which is not it's not so far away because you can reach the beach walking and it's very nice walking. So this is one of the very famous bars here around this area. Because when I pass in during the day or the lunchtime or evening or even the in the night, very late in the night, is I mean it's full of people, mostly Americans or Canadians enjoying, knowing more people, and I think it's amazing here. And as you can see, there is a lot of options for renting here, but this is a this I think this neighborhood is gentrified now. You can see more and more builds, I mean buildings, ready to rent, and it's not for locals because you can check the price on Airbnb and it will be expensive to pay for a locals. Yes, it is like this neighborhood is one of the neighborhoods that you can expect that is kind of expensive for local people. What is the price around here? I will say that around 1,000 US dollars at least per month if you want to rent here around here. If you want to rent, rent for long term, a year, could be different price. But sometimes I just find the landlord they don't want to rent long term, only for vacational, days, and it's kind of more. It's getting pricey. Increase the price here, but something an advantage that you have here is this little farmers market. We call these mercados or mercaditos, and you can see here mix the locals with visitors, Americans or Canadians buying the veggies, the fruits, because it's better price to go to the big stores like Costco or even Walmart. Sometimes it's better price. Nevertheless, in Walmart there is like one day for veggies and fruits, with Mercado Dia de Mercado, which is sometimes the prices are equal and sometimes it's nicest because you can find everything around and with air conditioning. And when there is summertime, believe me, it sometimes is worth it to go to those places, to the Walmart, instead of these little mercaditos. But the people here, it's like it's always like very happy to work, and always they are working, and they have better prices than in other places, even other little farmers market. Or remember, we have in every, almost in every, well, not in every neighborhood, but in a good neighborhood, sometimes you have your mercado, your farmers market by their own. So that is great. Like Cinco de Diciembre, a neighborhood have their own mercado, and here in Emiliano Zapata you have your own mercado, which is nice. You don't need to go to other places to get the fresh veggies or fruit. And here, like, you can find, the beef, the chicken, anything that you want to for your meals, for everything. And of course, if you want to taste the real gastronomy of Puerto Vallarta, you need to come here to those places to try the food. So finally we going to the beach. But before, let me tell you, this neighborhood has a church. It's a Catholic church, but it's one of the a few church that has air conditioned. So if you go into the service to this church, it's kind of nice because even in the Guadalupe church, the main church of Puerto Vallarta, is only big fans or fans, and it's kind of very hot in the summertime or during the rainy season. But this church is small and it's very nice. It works very well if there is no enough space or if you don't want to go to the main church. Um, Let me show you a little bit. Also, we leave the ashes of my dad here. You can pay for your loved ones to stay here in this church for the eternity, and I think it's only you can pay only one year, and the rest is donation if you want it. I don't remember exactly the price. It's around I don't know, like 1,500 US dollars per all year, but you need to pay 1 year. So my father is here, and sometimes I visit my father when I just need to talk with him. I missed so much, but yes, this church offers this service here in Puerto Vallarta. Also, one of the things of this church is the service. I think the service is completely in Spanish, but you can have some paper that show you all the service in English, the part of in English. So I think for the visitors who speak English is great. So we continue now to the beach, and all on the video you will see a lot of little restaurants, coffee places, little bars, everything around. Hardware store, a little grocery store, obviously tacos, street food. There is a lot to see, and you find a lot of things here in this neighborhood. It's really, really a great neighborhood. If you're thinking to retire here or to rent in a long term, I will say that it's great because if you want to go to the beach, you have one of the very touristy or very famous beach, that is Los Muertos Beach, or the Zona Romantica, in a few blocks. Not so much a few blocks. It's like kind of several blocks. I would say around 15 or 20 or 10 blocks away from the beach, but it's the Zona Romantica. Also, this corner is one of the most busiest corners here in Puerto Vallarta. There's the bus stop. There is a lot of people walking around, and the buses, the taxis, restaurants. Right now, it's some places are closed because they are open like for lunchtime or just for the night. And here is where start part of the inclusive area, like for the gay community. The gay community take over about around these areas, and this is the contrast between the Mexican neighborhood, and now the gentrification is coming here to Puerto Vallarta. It's with more and more, different cultures or different beliefs. There is the traditional Mexican values of the Mexicans families, and there is the inclusive, the gay community, the LGBT community here, which some people are not like it or they agree, but is what's happening right now in Puerto Vallarta. So in one side you can find the tradition, the values or the values of the Mexican people, and on the other side you have uh, big parties, deprivation, exceeds and drinking and alcohol, and it's. I'm not saying it's like uh, they can do that, but this is the contrast, and this is what's happening here in this neighborhood, which is there is different colors in the same area. So you must be aware of that if you want to stay here in this neighborhood. And as you continue walking around this neighborhood and you get closer to the beach, you will see how gentrified is this area now. It's something that if you asking local people, you can feel it that it's kind of it's okay. You know why? Because we always know that this area is very expensive with or without the gentrification. Normally, it was so expensive. It's kind of a rule that if you are close to the beach, it will be so expensive for everybody. And of course, but you can find the prices here around the restaurants, like one dish, like regular dish, like shrimps or seafood salad or some kind of a fish fillet around the 300 Mexican pesos. Could be around 17 US dollars. Just the dish without any kind of drink. So it for the locals is not a good price. It's so high. It's high price. Why? Because with 300 pesos you can eat the whole family in a good tacos. And here and these restaurants is only one dish for one people, one meal, and it's not even the complete meal. A complete meal could worth around $7 for one people here in this area. Okay, but we call or this is local literacy is different. Those places are different, are not on the beach area, but you can find it very high here around this neighborhood as well. Something that you must to know about this neighborhood is part of very important part of this neighborhood is the Lázaro Cárdenas Park. This park that every Saturday during the high season we have here the farmers market, an artificial farmers market, not like the original ones that we check at the beginning of the video, that you can see the fresh veggies and the prices are the correct prices, the low prices. Here every Saturday you can find aircraft, you can find food or a lot of things, souvenirs. But normally the food is very very expensive compared with other options in the real mercados here. But it's a kind of an attraction right now, and a lot of people enjoy to stay here in Puerto Vallarta and go to those farmers markets. So finally, we are entering in the side of the beach of the Olas Altas, or as you know in Zona Romantica. With the locals, we know as Olas Altas because the name of the street is Olas Altas. So this is pricey, this is the touristy, this is gentrified. But like I told you, it's normal for the locals. We already know that it will be always expensive, this area. Actually, when I arrived here, this was the borders of the city of Puerto Vallarta. It's considered the limits. So it was a few constructions or a few condos here. Obviously, with the pass of time, they build more and more part of because there is a lot of investment, part of the corruption, and it's all the factors um, mixed and tried this growing here in Puerto Vallarta. Now is one of the most famous like walk arounds that you must do here when you visit Puerto Vallarta. You can see a lot of hotels here. There is not a resort, it's little hotels, but very pretty, very nice. The lawn chairs with in this beach club here, it's amazing. It's so nice. The people is so friendly, and everybody's walking around here. Sometimes I can feel it that it's more Americans or Canadians than locals. It seems sometimes that is very, very Americanized here. Not anymore for Mexicans or for the locals, and we know that. But we the locals we are is don't bother us. You know why? Because we know that this is part of our economy. To let the visitors enjoy our beaches or nice place. In exchange, we have work, we have jobs, we have money, we have tips, and it's growing every time. More and more people are betting to visit Puerto Vallarta, which is amazing. And always we try to do a pet service here. That we go to the pier. This is the last or the last part of the limits of the Emiliano Zapata neighborhood. I have another video that you can see the history of this neighborhood is very old. But this time I want to show you a little bit more how it looks like and how is the vibe here when you visit these areas. Or if you don't have an idea, so you have now a better perspective or a general perspective about this nice neighborhood. So now we're gonna visit the pier. It's very famous because there is water taxis here. You can pay and you can go to Las Animas, you can go to Boca, you can go to Yelapa, to Caletas, to Quimixto from here. But this is only like the water taxi. This is the taxi. If you want to enjoy the ride, because if you go to those places, it takes you a lot of time, especially if you go to Yelapa around 1 hour 30 minutes more or less. I suggest that you take a catamaran because if you want to visit those areas, or you must to visit those areas, the best way is on a catamaran, okay? Or with me, if you want to book a private tour with me, you can go to my website, puertovallartatrip.com, and you can book a trip with me. Aquí, pinches animales, son fáciles. So that's all for now, my friends. Thank you so much for stay with me in this video. There is a lot of information on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and click on the little bell to get more videos about Puerto Vallarta. Let me know if you need some relocation tour, if you want to know more about Puerto Vallarta. Because if you're thinking to retire here or to relocate here, I can help you show you a lot of neighborhoods here around Puerto Vallarta. Okay, see you in the next time. Bye bye.